Hello. Welcome back to our Rule the Waves 3 playthrough of Italy starting in 1890, Mare Nostrum. We're still at peace, fortunately, because we have a fairly substantial build project going here. We got a lot of destroyers that are underway. We have what are shaping up to be a sort of anti-air escort type light cruisers. We intend to assign two of those like assign them in pairs to divisions, and then those divisions will be assigned to the battleship main fleets and then the carrier groups. So, and of course, we're just in need in general of destroyers because we scrapped the Dardo class to get rid of them. They were just too old. They were from like 1915. And that left us with the Ardents, which are still very nice destroyers, but they're not They're not the Euro destroyers, that's for sure. And they're getting on in age a little bit too. They're, anywhere between, was it 1919? So 1919 and 1919, 20, oh my gosh, 1919 and 1924. So they're getting a little bit on in age, more than 10, they're all more than 10 years old. So some of them are over 15 years old. But let's start pressing some buttons and see what we get. Anti-British rebellion in the Solomon Islands. Sure. The deuce has made a foreign policy gaffe. You're asked to smooth things over by the naval secretary. I think they forgot a Y on there, an RY. We can. We don't want to get budget, so we're gonna go for prestige and tension here, because our unrest is so high. Like, I think it's all due to the budget. Unfortunately, we still need to try to find a way to bring the budget down if possible. Japan is still at war with Britain. Japan sacrifices a light cruiser to kill the Ark Royal carrier. I want to go check that out and see what kind of carrier that was sunk. That might be the very first carrier, like for real sea carrier ever sunk. The Ark Royal. Let's see here. It's implacable class. I wonder if that's a converted carrier, the implacable. No, maybe not. It was a good one, 64 aircraft. It was a substantial carrier. It was the largest battle cruiser in the world, 49,000 tons. Let's see here. We'll sacrifice a little bit of prestige here just to not make anyone any more mad than they already are. Oh, we can do diving shells. I think we're going to take that. Oh, catapults on aircraft carriers? Don't mind if we do. But we are going to swap our doctrine over to underwater performance. So that's a better chance of getting some holes in the bottom of the boats and sinking them. And now that we have a little bit of money, I would like to continue to improve upon our fleet of destroyers, but the Falcons are close to being obsolete. They're starting to get there. So what we're going to do is we're going to update all of them at once. We're going to add catapults on here. So let's replace the machinery, first of all. That gets us 400 more tons. And then we need to add deck edge lifts. And we're going to add a couple of catapults. Is that allowed? It is allowed. Cool. And then we already have a nice set of anti-air, but we can add a director on there to increase our heavy AA factor by 2. That's not very much. What if we add another medium? And is it worth adding any more aircraft? We could add like three. I don't think it's worthwhile. We could add two more aircraft and like one more set of, a couple more sets of secondary anti-air guns. Brings our heavy A up to 28. So that's pretty good. Well, too many of them now. What if we go down by one? There we go. That suits it. And then maybe we will add the AA director on there. Brings us back up to 28. We're gonna add some light and then one medium. There we go. So this is the 1935 version of the Falcon class. So it's going to take a year to rebuild, and the rebuild cost is 14,000. So it's about 1,200 per month to rebuild. Not bad. We go dual purpose on the main guns. Well, we'll reduce the. There we go. So the main guns become dual purpose. Don't know if it helps at all really, but it increases the build cost a little bit, but it's okay. So this will have 52 aircraft. So it's not that far behind some of the bigger purpose-built ones. For being only 17,000 displacement, it's not bad. So let's rebuild those. It's going to take a year. Okay. This guy's below average. You got to be careful what you say, my friend. Not going to spend a prestige to save you. Oh, we get armor development. Gradual improvement of armor quality and 1% weight saving. And increased gun range by 5%. Fiji has gained its independence. And Japan's still losing over there. Still losing. All right, so we finished up another light cruiser. Just going to wait it out pretty much until the rest of these are finished up. There's four more coming. We have, actually, I can just assign this one here to Division 5. There we go. And then we'll save. They want to do an international air race. Yeah, give them double the money. It might get it Guinness prestige. It costs us $400 essentially for the month. Well, we lost. So the British, nothing really happening there. I think the British are winning the war, however, against Japan over there. Submarines, it probably wouldn't hurt us to start building some more submarines too at some point, but we kind of got some other projects going on here. And as these Marsalis are finished, we probably need to start looking into. I'm going to do like another set of Euros, like maybe 8 more. But we need to start looking into our next generation of aircraft carriers. So they'll be ready for the next war, hopefully. Austrians want to buy armor development. Uh, we're going to keep that to ourselves because they are our primary enemy over here. Dual purpose 6-inch guns, improved invasion capacity. Doesn't really help us that much since, we're pretty much in the Mediterranean. And yeah, let's see what it's going to take to get us a new carrier. So we're going to go to the main screen here so I can reference the carriers we already have. Oh, never mind, they're in reconstruction. They're right here. Okay, let's see here. Carriers. What do you give me? 37,000 tons. Jeez Louise. Well, we're going to go down to 1-inch deck for sure. And 29 knots is pretty good. We don't need all these guns. We want like 6 instead. That'll be fine. I like the like little exhaust vents there on the side. 37,000. That's gigantic, by the way. Armor? No, we don't need. There we go. Cut down a lot of the armor. Saves us a ton of weight. There we go. That lets us build a little bit smaller ships for the Mediterranean here. We're at 81 aircraft. No catapults, so we need to fix that. There we go. And we have deck edge lifts. So we probably want some secondary guns for anti-air. We want some more ammo on those. We'll go up to, we don't have a lot of room. We have too many AA directors and too many light AA. There we go. So that helps us out a little bit. We can go down to an even 80 airplane on here. And then let's go down to 26,000 tons if we delete a couple of these 5-inch main guns, which are not really doing us any good. Let's be honest here. And then, why is my heavy AA so bad on this thing? Is it just lacking secondary guns? Is that probably it? I think so. The Aquila class. Heavy AA is, I'm not happy with the heavy AA on this. 19, 23. So we strip away some of the main ammo. That puts us at 23 heavy AA. And the ammo for the main gun, a little bit low. It's still purpose. So it's actually, you know what, let's go up by 100 tons. We can go up by 200 tons. That'll give us more ammunition allotment. Because if these things are under attack, then we do kind of need to protect them, I suppose. 26 heavy AA. That's a little bit more like it. With 47 tons left over to spare. The Aquila class, it's a $73,000 ship. It's going to take a little over 2 years to build at 2,600 a piece. Not bad. They're very lightly armored, but I mean, there's only so much armor can do. It has 3 torpedo defense, so that's pretty good. So if we get hit by torpedo bombers, we're okay. Well, not okay, but you know, we're better off than if we get hit by dive bombers. But dive bombers aren't really like that great yet, I don't think. Although they will be. They will be soon. It's 1935. Probably within about 5 years, they'll be pretty good. So there's nothing really we can do. We have 1 inch of deck armor. We have 1 inch of flight deck armor. Don't know what the difference is, but we will take this. The Aquila. All right. We should better get 2 of those going. We're trying. We're trying to get some ships built in here, bud. Let's see. This guy, he's a nobody. We can gain a prestige by putting a nobody in charge of the first battle division and replacing an average guy. Otherwise, we lose the prestige. So we'll take the prestige, I suppose. Put an unknown in there. And our area overview, we still have. We lost our West Africa guy, the whoever that was. I think we had like an above average guy in there. I guess he just retired. All right. We're going to put this ship here into the 5th Cruiser Division. And we're going to take this one here that's in the 5th Cruiser Division because they're not next to each other. And we're going to put these two into the 7th Light Cruiser Division. And then that should put them in with the carriers. So it should be this fleet organization is just like, I don't like it. I don't like this new one, but let's see. Yeah, there's the carrier division. It's independent. This one here, this 6th carrier division, we need to change the role. So it is a core of the 5th carrier division. And then the 8th carrier division is a core of the 7th carrier division. There we go. We're just collecting some money here for a month or two until we can get, there's some tensions going up. Double tension with Britain, double tension with Austria. Interesting. I mean, I don't mind going to war with Britain right now. They are allied with France, which means we'd be fighting France on top of them. So I don't know about that, but I think we'd be okay, especially once we have these rebuilds finished. Tension with Austria goes up. They're still allied with the U.S. That's why they felt so brave last time around. So they're feeling a little bit froggy. And then the 7th Carrier Division, or this cruiser division, geez, will attach to the. We're going to put them in the 3rd Light Cruiser Division. And the 3rd Light Cruiser Division should be supporting the 3rd Battle Division. There we go. Excellent. Okie dokie. Time to start building some carriers. Well, we'll get one more tension. We're going to lose a prestige because we're going to go complain to the International Court about someone shooting a torpedo at us. Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to lose a prestige. The Deuce is sticking his nose where it doesn't belong right now. This is important business we're working on here, fella. We really need to get these carriers underway. Let's see here. Japan loses a heavy cruiser, light cruiser. Britain loses some destroyers. Yeah, Japan is just getting their butts kicked. All right, we're going to build 2 of those, 2 of the Aquila class. Cool. And then we got some Euros that are finishing next month, so we'll build another set of 4 of those. It's going to put us in some deficit, but that'll clear up in the next like 3 months or so. Pretty easy. All right, the war has ended. South Korea goes to Britain. This guy's above average. We could save him, but we're gonna, even though he's above average, we're gonna gain the prestige because we need that prestige. And tensions with Britain went down, which is kind of cool, I guess, because of the war ending there. But tension with France is still up, which is basically the same thing as tension with Britain at this point because they're allies. Improved range for cruisers. Cool. Britain goes down, goes up. France goes down. Austria goes up because they're buddies with the U.S. And the U.S. doesn't like the fact our governments are different, so that goes up too. So this could be another Austria-U.S. war, but I'm not particularly afraid of it because Austria has been, they're still trying to rebuild from the last war. Their heavy cruisers are looking pretty good. That's really about all they have going for them, although they do have a monstrous submarine fleet. But we're going to build some more Euros, four more of those, and we're going to build 5, 10 medium subs. And the reason why we're doing that is because we have all this stuff finishing up. We're going to be in big deficit for like a month or two. Let's see. France reduces because of random changes. Austria goes down twice because they don't want to provoke us. Well, that's actually pretty fine for now. We're not quite ready for a war. We need to get the Falcons finished up, like the rebuild on those. Let's see. Austria goes back up because they're buddies with the U.S. Okay. I mean, at this point, oh, I'm at 9 unrest. Yikes! I need to get my budget down. Uh-oh. Well, that might put us into a war. We have a privately built naval patrol craft. It's 3 years newer, so the speed is about almost 10 knots faster. The range is gigantic. It's not the other one's poor reliability, so we'll take the new one. It just has better everything. All right, tensions go up with everybody. Unrest levels 10. We're in trouble. This might be it. Okay. Britain and France are still pals. It'd be nice if we had a friend. We're getting some protests. Is this it? Is this the end of the game for us? We're gonna find out. Let's build 5 more medium subs. Russia and Austria have signed an alliance. As if they needed more friends. Yeah, we'll increase our cooperation with Japan, even though they just got their butts kicked. And we're not going to risk raising the budget. So we're going to be discreet here. I think I would rather fight. Hang on. I think I'd rather fight Britain plus France at the same time than just like have another one of those like spinning in circles wars in the Mediterranean where the US isn't going to come in and really fight us. I mean, Britain is right. Actually, I don't know. Britain's right next door, and they still have a gigantic fleet. Unrest is 11. Can we get an event, please? Austria goes up 3 times, and we're at war with them again. Okay, well, that's not going to help our unrest, is it? All right, well, that's fine. Let's get some of these euros assigned to fleets, to divisions. There we go. There we go, and there we go. We have a nice 6 groups, so that's 6 times 4, 24 euros. I could just do this. 24 euros, look at that. So the Pelicanos, you're all going on trade protection. And we have actually way more than I need. I probably could have done with like 30 or 31 or 32, but tis what it tis. And the Empiros, they're going to stick around the Mediterranean for now. I was going to put them in the Indian Ocean, but there's really like nothing over there threatening us because this is Austria-Hungary. So that's it. We're 25 minutes in. All right, we'll probably have some fighting next time around. So I'm going to save the game. We'll make a copy here and see if I can't get my unrest down. If not, I'm totally boned. Hopefully it'll go down because like I think your margins for your budget change a little bit during a war. Like they allow for more spending. So we'll see. We'll see what my peeps do. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all for being here, and I'll see you next time.